we are on a hill that's residential. But something historical was here before. I believe sometime in the late 30s, or possibly sometime in the 50s. I'm no historical genius, so. Used to be the Pheasant Run Ski Area. This hill was where people would come during the winter, obviously, and would go skiing. And there used to be a rope tow that went from the bottom of the hill to the very top, where that mansion is. You can only see the roof. There are a couple of stories that contradict each other as to why the ski area closed in 1978. One was that developers wanted to buy the land and build on it, which did not happen for another 10 years. And another, and I believe more likely scenario, was that roughly that time, Wachusett Mountain Ski Area opened. You can't see it because it's very foggy today, but right about there, on a clear day, you could see Wachusett Mountain. I don't know if you can see it, but the fog has cleared enough at the very top that I can see an antenna on the top of the mountain. So in 1978, that was the last year Pheasant Run Ski Area was open. And for another 6 or 7 years, this hill slowly turned back into forest. At the very bottom of the hill, where it's been developed until the early 90s, there were remnants of a parking lot. And what was no longer there was the original quote-unquote lodge that was there too. All that's gone now. And the only thing that remains is pretty much evident by the street names. This is Pheasant Run Circle. And that's where people would start skiing. Now this area has quite a commanding view. It's really hard to see from here. And right there's the Carter Building. And that hill right there is North Moutnain Hill. It's part of the granite quarries. Again, you had a nice view of the city. And right there, you can see Sunset Towers. Doesn't exactly tower from here, does it? And just to the left of it is the steeple of St. Leo's Church. Now, I'm old enough that if I came up here, I would remember the ski area, but I don't. Never been up here. But I had a lot of friends that used to come up here and ski. And like I said, when the fairly big mountain ski area opened up, it just died right off. And ultimately, it just became the residential area that you see now. There's a Carter Building again, which was the old high school. And you can't see it, but right where that yellow house is, over here, you could see it when during the fall. That's where the new high school is. Actually, you can see the high school. It's the white part just underneath that house. And right there, that's South Moutnain Hill. If you remember my second ever submission, it was a 3-part video of the abandoned granite quarry. That's where that was shot. And there again was the summit. It wasn't a very big hill. You're at about 600 feet or so at the bottom in elevation. And you're about at 875, 900 feet at the top. But for the time, till the mountain opened up, this was the place to go skiing. And now, that is just a distant memory. For those that are my age, in the late 30s to early 40s, are at the tail end of the generation in which skied here. I had friends that skied here. They remember the place. Well, too bad I don't, as I had this irrational fear of crashing into trees. In fact, that's still why I don't even try to take up the sport. There's South Moutnain Hill again. Peak elevation, you can't see it, but it's beyond that point, is at 1,150 feet, almost 1,160. And we're going to end this video right at the bottom of this section of hill. Actually, I might have to correct myself. That's about 850, 900 feet or so. I think the very bottom of the hill is around 530 feet. So you can see, you could probably get a good 5-minute run-in on this hill. And a lot of people didn't like the tow rope lifts that were here. Yeah, a lot of people got tangled up in them. There's probably another piece of the story as to why it closed. And here we are at the bottom. And that's Pheasant Run Street, or Road. I think that's what it's, Pheasant Run Road. And the other piece of history to show what was once here. And that is a historical video of what used to be Pheasant Run Ski Area. And a final view. And right there again is Sunset Towers. Hope you enjoyed it.